Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is going on, Candle Mafia? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time with the Candle Mafia every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. If you guys are already here, you might as well smash that like button, because every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, which is essentially just turned into the wheel of pleasure for you and the wheel of an empty wallet for me. But that's okay. We don't mind giving away all our money, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel. We're going for 850 likes on tonight's live stream. If we get 850 likes, we will be giving away a whole bunch of crypto, and we will be spinning that wheel 15 times. The more spins, the more chances for a giveaway. Not only maybe you give away crypto, guys, we might even give away, I don't know, maybe a Frankie Candles blue and purple Haikanashi hat, or maybe we'll give away one of the traditional Frankie Candles hats, maybe a couple t-shirts. Who knows? Maybe we'll just give away crypto. I don't know. But yeah, every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin. So smash that button, the like button. Don't smash all the buttons, guys. You might hit the X button. We don't want you leaving the stream. Smash that like button. Hey, let's go. Shout out to the BitBoy Crypto editing team. Is that Nina? Shout out to Nina if Nina is there. Speaking of Nina, guys, right before we get into saying what's up to the Mafia, guys, I had quite a day today. The technical difficulties are testing me today, guys. I had to record a video like 3 times. That market update that I uploaded earlier today was recorded 3 separate times. Super frustrating, but really no one's fault but my own. Kind of the technology, but I should have double-checked some stuff. But our pre-recorded video that was supposed to come out today, guys, also I got rug pulled on the audio. The intro was fine, and then all of a sudden my audio just disappeared for the entire video, and then the outro is great. So unless, yeah, we're not going to be able to upload that today, but I did re-record it. It is fully edited. And then I went to export the video out of Adobe Premiere, guys, and I just got an error. I've never seen it happen before. I've exported so many videos, and this one's just super messed up. I don't know what happened. So after the stream, I'm actually going to end tonight's stream a little bit early so I could try to get that video out tonight. Gonna shut down the computer, let it sit off for a minute, and then see. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna try to get it out for you guys. But regardless of that, shout out to the BitBoy Crypto editing team. I assume, yeah, I think it is Nina. Shout out to Nina. She is our resident Russian of the office, guys. She's super cool, but you don't want to piss her off because she's Russian. She could hurt you easily. She's, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Hello, Tony D. Shout out to the editing team. Shout out to Nina. I'm pretty sure it's Nina. Shout out to Nina. We love you. But, guys, we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. As you know, Bitcoin has been showing some pretty mixed signals lately. And, yeah, it's, oh, God, Nina's car won't start today. Oh, it's sad. Sorry about that, Nina. Your car problems are almost as bad as my technical problems, I guess. But, you know, guys, obviously, Bitcoin has been moving sideways, kind of giving us some mixed signals here. We did get a little bit of a pump today, a little bit of a dump, just some, I mean, I guess not really a pump, but we got a little bit of a dump down earlier today, kind of just seems like a computer is running on the Solana blockchain. Yeah, definitely running on Solana, that is for sure. But guys, super mixed signals. What the heck is going on with Bitcoin? Are we going to get this move up back to the top of our last previous range we traded in, up at 25K? Or are we going to get the breakdown and finally come a little bit lower? I'm going to try to clear some things up for you guys, let you know my general sentiment, whether I think we're bullish or bearish in the medium term. As you guys know, it will remain this. My sentiment remains the same in the longer term. I am feeling pretty good in the longer term until those higher time frame money flows start to come to the downside. That's where I kind of get a little bit iffy. But in the medium term, what is going to happen, right? Because we're just ranging sideways. We're getting super mixed signals on all of the indicators. And just when you think it can't get any more confusing, you know, something, a blood diamond pops up that doesn't play out. And it's just getting more confusing and more confusing as time goes on. But if you guys have not watched the market update today that I uploaded earlier this afternoon, I recommend going back and watching it because I kind of break down how you can avoid getting tricked by these false signals or when your indicator's giving mixed signals. So with all that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into chat and see who we got chilling in chat today. I see you guys already popping off. Let's see. Creighton C, what is going on, Creighton? Thank you for being here. He says, okay, I don't have any trades, but maybe after the show, hey, shout out to Creighton. Get a little bit of sauce, bring it to the chart, get into some trades. Bada bing, bada boom. Obviously, after doing your own research, but Creighton C, I know you know that, brother. I know you know that. Shout out to you, man. We got Tony Mart says, yo, in the chat with the fuego emoji. Shout out to Tony Mart. Shout out to Crypto Pollo or Bitcoin Chicken, as we like to call him on the channel, guys. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Thank you for being here. He says the like has been pecked. Guys, go ahead and peck that like button. Whether you're a chicken, a moose, a cow, a frog, whatever you are, go ahead. And if you're a frog, I guess go ahead and just hit it with your tongue. Let's go. Or as Crypto Billy would say, tongue punch that like button. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to all our mods, guys. We got the best mods in the game, including the editing team, who is actually a legitimate mod on the chat. I actually didn't even realize that, but I guess they are because they have to have access to the channel. So shout out to the editing team and shout out to all our typical mods. We appreciate everything you guys do. You guys are the absolute best. And Nina, I appreciate what you do too. You help us out a lot as well. Crypto DJ, and what is going on? We got Andrew, G Life, Matt King, Dave Digital. As always, give him a little bing bong with Crypto Pollo. Let's get it. A little bing bong, little Dave Digital, little Crypto Pollo, little Bitcoin Chicken. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. This is the Bitcoin way. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Says Hannah is in the chat. Shout out to Hannah King. Shout out to Jessica. Guys, our female CandleMafia members are absolutely growing, guys. We used to be like 99.8% male. Guys, we have 5.1% of our audience is female. That is an astronomical number when compared to what we were looking like a couple of months ago. So we see Jessica, we got Hannah King, and we got a bunch of females that have been popping up in the chat. I absolutely love it. Shout out to you guys. We got Jen at the office working on that female merch. And guys, big news. Before we go ahead and jump into the charts, I will say this. We did have a little bit of we call them sit-downs. You know, in the Mafia, we call them sit-downs. We had a little sit-down with somebody you guys might know. Might go by the name of Tino. I don't know. But we had a really exciting meeting today, with somebody named Tino. I think you guys will probably figure out who I'm talking about. We'll just say he's got a good grasp on reality when it comes to trading. But we had a really good meeting with somebody today, guys, and there might be a really exciting collaboration coming on the channel very soon. I'm super excited about it. And yeah, you guys let me know what you're thinking in chat, who you think we're talking about. But yeah, guys, look forward to that. If you know or you don't know, just be excited for that stream. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, guys, female audience is going up. So shout out to the female CandleMafia members. We love you for showing up every single live stream, or whether you're in the chat or whatever, the chat, the comments, wherever you show up. We appreciate our female members, and they are growing, guys. They're gonna wind up taking us over. But with all that being said, shout out to the ladies. Shout out to Nina. Let's go. Maybe Nina was like getting all the females in on the channel. I like it, Nina. I like it. But guys, baby, Creighton C says Vector candles. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. I'm not going to say if you're hot or cold, but you might be heating up. I don't know. Might have something to do with Vector candles, maybe something to do with a hybrid system. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away. I will say this. If you know who I'm talking about, met them in real life today, and it's everything you would have hoped for. They seem like they're super, super cool people. So excited about that. 5%. Let's go. Shout out to Jessica. And with all that being said, guys, we got a lot to look at on the charts today. But before we do that, I just want to shout out Jack Spence. Shout out to you, man. I really want to highlight this. I'm going to pin this. Jack says, poop. Let's go. Now you're pinned at the top. Let's go. Shout out to Jack. And then editing team is Hannah, not Nina. Well, shout out to Hannah. Hannah, we love you too. Hannah's not Russian. Hannah's American, I guess. I don't know. Shout out to Hannah. We love you too. And hey, Hannah, we know you be like in the office. You're all stylish. You know, you're very stylish. Maybe you can help out with the female CandleMafia merch. If you ever have any ideas, just let me and Tony D know. But shout out to Hannah. We appreciate you for being here. But guys, let me just cover this super chat from Crypto Billy. He says, shout out to Crypto Billy, man. Shout out to you, bro. You do not have to super chat me like this, bro. I appreciate you. He said, can't gift memberships in Vegas on the phone. Had to show up for the duty. Had to show up for duty for a bit. Just a reminder, hashtag value, hashtag givers gain, hashtag find your people, hashtag Frankie Candles University. Let's smash up the like button for the Don, Frankie Candles, Crypto Billy. I love you dearly, my friend. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, guys, you heard Crypto Billy. He's, you don't want to piss off Crypto Billy, so go ahead and smash that like button. But now, without further ado, guys, that's enough housekeeping for now. Let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Here we go. Hey, Hannah. Hannah, you trying to learn how to trade? Let's go. I don't know. I mean, she never shows herself in chat. Or are you just like low key in the chat all the time, just lurking? Shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Tony D. Said Crypto Billy is a menace. Straight to jail. Believe it or not, super chat, jail. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. Over to cook fish, right to jail. It's one of the best skits I've ever seen. Shout out to Crypto Billy, right to jail. Anyway, guys, let's go. You sell a sweater overpriced, right to jail. Anyway, guys, let's go. Hey, Frankie, I'm making sauce as you're giving us the sauce. Shout out to Graziano making that sauce. Hey, let's go, baby. Flick some of that sauce on me, Graziano. Let's get it. But, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into these charts because it is boring / interesting / confusing / what is going on, right? So let's go ahead and try to break this down. Now, I'm going to come on to the regular candles. Let's come up to the weekly time frame. Again, that video I recorded today was on how to look at time frames, how to understand time frames. What's the relationship between time frames, and how can you find confluence between different time frames? But again, I'm going to try to end early tonight to export that video or figure out why it won't export and get it up on YouTube so you guys can get a better understanding of these time frames. But for now, let me just try to explain this in real life. So weekly VWAP is coming down looking for that red dot very, very soon, right? This would indicate some form of a cool-off. Now, with that being said, our money flow is still I'm kind of torn on this money flow, guys, because look, money flow, right, we have right from up here, you have a low, a lower low, and then a low, and then a lower low, right? You're generally coming out. Now, we are generally coming up, right? You kind of have a low here and then a higher low right here. But you are kind of I guess that's coming up. I'm going to call that coming up. That money flow is coming up. I'll call it. If it starts coming out, I'll be the first to let you know. But in general, that VWAP is coming down, looking for that red dot probably very, very soon, probably in the next week or so. If we do get that, it would indicate some form of a cool-off is on its way. Your 6-day is now finally printing the red dot. So here we go, right? Now that we're printing that red dot on the 6-day, I would expect this to bleed into the weekly, guys. So, and it's really not rocket science. You don't really need this red dot to bleed into the weekly, right? The fact that this red dot is printing, it means that the week, I mean, look at the weekly VWAP. The weekly VWAP, you could just look at this alone and know there's a red dot coming because we know that, I actually think technically it's when this light wave crosses into the dark wave that prints the red dot, but that always lines up with the VWAP crossover. So that's really what we look for to expect those red dots, right? But with that being said, the fact that it did pop up on the 6-day would make it very likely to leak into the weekly, right? So keeping an eye on this because this could be somewhat of a bearish look, right? On top of that, I'm going to kind of give you guys the bearish case as of right now. So red dot on your 6-day, red dot on the weekly, looking to print very soon. And then your 5-day red dot is also printing. And then you want to realize that your 2, 3, and 4-day are printing and confirming bearish divergences, right? And kind of how we've been talking about this recently is that, you want to be careful with these, right? Because this looks like they haven't really done much, right? And this is a pretty big move up. This is a strong, strong move, right? So we have to be prepared for these bearish divergences on the higher time frames to maybe not play out in a dramatic manner, right? Because we know if you come to other strong uptrends, a lot of times those bearish divergences, even on a time frame like the 4-day, don't always play out as you would expect, right? Because you could see here, well, this actually did play out, but let's see. Right, like right here. Right here, you have your high and your higher high on your price action, and then you have your high and your lower high on your momentum wave, right? So 4-day bearish divergence could be very dangerous, But in this case of a strong uptrend, you just get a small little, this was, I guess, a pretty big retracement, 20-ish% retracement here before coming up higher. But my point is, you could see this 4-day bearish divergence with your higher highs and your lower highs wound up breaking you down completely. But one thing you want to realize here is you had your money flow in agreement with this bearish divergence, right? And then you also had a much bigger bearish divergence right here with your higher high over the both all-time highs. You had your first top, your second top, giving you that higher high with your momentum waves coming out. But what you had to your advantage here for this bearish divergence to absolutely wreck you was money flow coming out. Now, although we are getting bearish divergences here, money flow is not coming out, right? We have money flow in the green and looking like it's flat now, but it looks like it could continue further into the green, right? Is this, yeah, that started a big downtrend. But yeah, so we want to be careful because these might not play out as strong as we expect in a strong uptrend. But on the other hand, we don't want to forget about them. So, and a reason why I would expect them maybe not to play out as dramatically as we would expect is because of that money flow. Now, if we see this money flow start to come out on the higher time frames, this is something I'm monitoring very, very, very closely, because if this money flow starts to come out on the higher time frames, that could indicate that maybe those divergences will wind up showing face. And if you remember, with the weekly bullish divergence, you guys will remember, we were looking at this before it printed, so we looked extra crazy, right? Because we were dumping, right? And then we're like, hey, looks like we might get a bull div here. If we get a bull div on the weekly, that's probably going to be a pretty strong signal for a move to the upside. And we were basically calling for that upside for, once that confirmed, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 weeks, guys, that we just went sideways, and we were calling for upside. Come on, that weekly bullish divergence has got to play out. And then it took about 4 or 5 weeks for it to finally play out, and it didn't get invalidated and finally wound up playing out. So you just want to realize that sometimes the higher time frames take time to play out, so you just don't want to forget that you have those bear divs on the 2, 3, and 4 day. With the 5 and 6 day red dots now printing, it would have to make me think that even if we get a short-term pump, there may be a bigger correction in store for us, right? So that's kind of the bearish signals. The bullish caveat there is money flow still looking pretty good. The number one thing I'm looking at to kind of flip bearish, again, is going to be the money flow on the higher time frames. And when you look at the 2 day, you'll notice money flow, again, confusing mixed signals. Money flow is generally coming out, but you are kind of flattening out there. So maybe when this VWAP crosses up, it drags you back into the green. Really, guys, the indicators are kind of a mess right now. No matter what you're looking at, it is pretty unclear. There's a lot of mixed signals, but continuing on, then you have your daily looking for that green dot, which looks like we're probably going to print that green dot here unless we start getting a big move down. Looks like we're going to get that green dot in about 56 minutes. So if that green dot does print with the money flow continuing to come up on the daily, that could be the catalyst to get a move to the upside. So again, guys, when we come up here, and, the things are very clear. I come up here and I let you guys know. You will remember when we were looking for those dumps. I'm like, guys, listen, the indicators are pointing down. I know everyone's calling for more upside, but because the technicals are calling for downside, I'm going to lean bearish. And then, boom, we came down. But as of right now, guys, it's really hard for me to lean one way or another just because of all these mixed signals. And again, if you didn't see that market update, I'm going to touch on what we talked about in that video on the live stream to help you guys kind of navigate through. I talked about it on the morning stream as well, to help you kind of navigate through these confusing signals on the indicators. We can look at our key levels to try to give us a little bit more insight into what is actually happening. So this daily is going to be your bullish case. That green dot with the money flow coming up is definitely your bullish case. 16-hour money flow is also starting to come back up with a green dot confirmed. VWAP looking to cool off. 12-hour, same deal. VWAP looking to cool off. Green dot confirmed, but money flow is coming up. So this does look a little bit better than it did a couple days ago. However, we could easily just be coming up here to kind of, just continue this red wave into a bigger downtrend, right? So I would be careful of that. But as of right now, this minute, money flow is starting to come up. But because the VWAP is cooling off, I would expect that to eventually get dragged back down. Taking a look at your 8-hour, VWAP is cooling off. Money flow crossover into the green, right? So the VWAP coming down would indicate a potential move to the downside, but then the money flow coming up would indicate a potential new bullish trend starting, right? So again, guys, you're going to notice as we start going through these time frames, things are much more unclear than they typically are when looking at the indicators, right? 6-hour red dot is now printing. I would expect to move down from that. 5-hour red dot is confirmed with your money flow coming out again, right? Look how smooth that money flow is coming out. You see, we came up and then boom, now we're coming out. More of a bearish look. Confirmed red dot on the 5-hour. 4-hour, same deal. Red dot confirmed. That is kind of what started giving us that move to the downside. And then, but money flow starting to roll back to the upside. I don't even want to look at the indicators anymore because it's an absolute mess. 2-hour money flow is in the green, now kind of coming out, but the VWAP's coming up. It's an absolute mess right now, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of our key levels that we should be watching, right? Let's go ahead and pull up our other chart. Here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Pull up that object tree. Go ahead and unhide all those levels. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. Shout out to Hannah King. Said, Crypto Billy, I will message you on Discord after the stream so we could talk about membership giving going forward. Oh, no, I lost it. So we could talk about membership gifting going forward. Shout out to Hannah King. I think they're in cahoots, guys. They are definitely in cahoots. Shout out to Hannah. She says, hit those likes. Guys, you don't want to disobey Hannah. She's like the, you don't want to disobey Hannah. Smash those likes. Going for 850, guys. Going for 850. If we do, we will spin that wheel 15 times, and you guys will essentially just get all of our money. Shout out to Hannah King. I appreciate you not only for the super chat, but also showing continued support and always gifting the Mafia those memberships. We really do appreciate it more than we could possibly express to you. And then I got one more. What do we got? Let's see. Indiana Candle says, what's your opinion on why that 4-hour bull div on the 4-hour didn't play out? Money flow, that was my golden horse, but I pulled out of this craziness. Shout out to Indiana Candles. And, guys, anybody who is, shout out to Nomad Dad says, on special occasions, I request a honk honk from Frankie. Honk honk. There we go, baby. All right, we're just in full clown mode over here, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Nomad Dad. But Indiana Candles, let me go ahead. Let's go down to the 4-hour. I don't know exactly what 4-hour bull div you are speaking about. You may be talking about this from here to here, which is not technically a bullish divergence because we do not have a lower low on our price action. But let me know in chat exactly what you're looking at, and I will try to take a look at it for sure. Let's see. Chef Daniel says, I am way too polite to be put in timeout. Be better. Be a man. You ever see that guy? Oh, God, that guy's funny. All right, let's go ahead. It's Autopilot says my life is a Hong Kong. All right, guys, so how can we avoid these mixed signals? How can we try to get some insight into what is going on in the markets? And surprise, surprise, guys, we're going to use those volume profiles to try to figure out what the heck is going on here. Now, what we could do here is just take a look at our macro. Let's just go ahead and take a look at our macro range, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hide all this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that fib. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm not even going to get rid of this. Just going to look at our macro range here. So when looking at this range, guys, what has happened? All that happened was, we came up to our value area high, right? And this value area high is coming in at about $24,500, right? And then we had our local value area high that I believe was coming up a little bit higher than that, closer to about 25K. Now, with that being said, we came up to our value area high. We put in some bearish signals up here, and we were already looking for shorts at this level because you want to look for shorts at the value area high, and you want to look for longs at the value area low, right? So you're looking for longs down here. You're looking for shorts up here. You got your bearish confirmations here. We got the move down we were looking for, and we knew that that next likely spot to come was going to be that $23,000 level, which is the point of control of our macro range, right? So this is why we expected to come down here, and that is why we expected a bounce off of here. But what happened after that? Well, after we got this bounce, we came up to retest a very, very key level, and that level was the local golden pocket, right? You get that move down, you pull it from your swing high to your swing low, and you get that retracement up into your golden pocket. And anybody, I think I might have put this in the free I think that I think I might have put this in the free Discord, but I did put it in the premium Discord. I know that. I think we talked about it in the market update. Like I said, guys, talk about this stuff so much that it's kind of hard to remember exactly where I say this stuff. But you know, we are always aware of these local golden pocket 786 fib retracements because price likes to come up in here before putting in lower highs and continuing to the downside. Now, you guys will remember we were looking at that possibility when we were coming up on this bounce right here, and I was saying, hey, be careful because we are coming up to a local golden pocket / value area high retest, and what happened? We came down, we got the bounce, we rejected off the golden pocket, we put in that lower high and continued our downtrend. So being very careful about the same thing happening here as we retest the next local golden pocket retracement, which is what we came up to test before we got a rejection. Not only do you have the local golden pocket here, but you also have your local value area. We got to unextend this. Bada boom. You also have your local value area low coming in at this level as well, right? So I'm going to draw this as a box, right? We did this on the market update. So this was the level we were looking for a potential rejection because not only are you testing the local golden pocket, but you're also testing the local value area low of our previous range, which we know, just like the retracements, the golden pocket and the 786, price likes to run up into these levels before putting in that lower high and continuing down. So we were being very careful about that, but this level is even more important than just those reasons. It's an important level to watch for that rejection to the downside, but it is also going to be a very key level to watch as a support resistance flip or resistance support flip, right? Because if we can continue up here and keep moving up and we can flip that previous value area low to support, essentially this purple box, that is where we would expect a move back up to the range highs sitting at about 25K. Our local, that is the value area high of our more local range that we previously traded in, right? So once we get accepted back into this area of balance, let me draw this as a box so it's very clear for you guys to see. Once we get accepted back into this value area, that is where you would expect price to move up. And I'm going to go ahead and change this to blue so it's a little bit easier to see. There you go, right? So once we get accepted back into that value area low, into this blue box, which is the area of balance, that is where we'd expect a move up first to the POC, which is coming in at 24.6, right near that value area high of this larger range. And then if you could get above that, that's where you're going to get that move up to your value area high. So in simple terms, if you flip the value area low to support, you're looking for a move up to the value area high at 25K, which will open the door to much, much more upside. And maybe by the time we make it up there, we're getting that green dot on the daily, and if that is the case with money flow coming up, we have a chance to finally get an attack at these range highs one more time to try to flip it to support, right? Pull up that VPVR, blast into this low volume gap that we have right here up to our next highest volume node, which does come in between 28 and 30K. So with that being said, guys, because we're getting those confusing messages on our indicators, really all we're looking at are two very, very key levels. And I'm going to go ahead and add to this key level here, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull this local golden pocket, and I'm going to pull it up to here, right? So this is basically going to be key resistance is going to be this purple box, which is coming in between $24,043 and $23,896. That is the box that we need to flip to support to see that 25K level again and then potentially break out. But if we cannot get back above that level, I would expect two things to happen. Either we are going to continue to range around in this area, right? We did have somewhat of an area of balance up here. We had some kind of a range up here, so we may get accepted back into that area of balance. And if we can't get back above this level, I would expect to either range between our key levels. Key level number one, again, that purple box. Key level number two, which is the purple box is your key level of resistance. Your key level of support is going to be this blue box that I'm about to draw. Don't be surprised if you can't see it. It's not drawn yet. There you go. This blue box coming in between about, 23K and 23.1. And actually, guys, you know what? I should be drawing this on the Bitstamp chart. The reason these levels are slightly off from the other levels we were looking at is because this is I think it's the FEMEX chart, so it doesn't have as much price history. Yeah, if you look at these levels on another chart here, if I swap over to the Bitstamp chart, If we pull that same range from Friday the 13th all the way to our current price action, you can see the value area high has much better confluence with our local value area high at about 25K, right? So you can see those are much closer to each other. So I'll just continue on this chart. But same idea, right? You still have the 23K level. And then again, this purple box, let me go ahead and pull that local golden pocket again. There you go, right? So this purple box is going to remain a key level of resistance right there, right? Very, very similar numbers here, give or take a few dollars. $24,065 or $23,865 is your key level of resistance. So that is key level number one that we have to be watching for more upside. We have to flip that level to get more upside. And then your next key level is going to be your point of control right here of the macro range at $23,000 with the confluence of your local golden pocket when you pull it from your absolute, pull it from this little swing low up to your swing high. You have your blue box right here, and this is going to be your key level of support, right? So there you go. These are your two main levels you need to be watching, right? So we get mixed signals on the indicators, but that's okay because we are not really expecting a big move to the upside until we can blast through this resistance, and we're not expecting more serious downside until we can blast through this support, right? And if we cannot break out this way or break out this way, I am expecting to just kind of range around in this area, and which will in turn eventually turn this into another value area, which we are already starting to form. I don't know what's going on here. There you go. We are already starting to build a little bit of a value area here, right? So there you go. Indicators are saying up, down, down, up, sideways, left, right, up, 3, 4, 7, A, B, C. It's really not making sense on the indicators. So what we're doing is looking at these major, this is now your indicator, right? The break of this level, decisive break of this purple box is your new indicator. If we get a decisive blast through this level and flip it to support and get support on that value area low, that's where we're thinking we could definitely get a move up. If we get to move back down to 23K and don't get a bounce and break down below it, that's our indication or our indicator that more downside is on the way. Because we know if we break that point of control, it's going to be very likely that we flip it to resistance, and the next stop is likely going to be the value area low of the macro range, which is coming in at about 21,863. And it's very, very hard to call right now, guys. And I like to be very honest about that, right? Because I don't want to come on here and tell you guys, oh my God, I know it's going up, even though when I'm looking at the indicators, I'm getting mixed signals, right? I don't come on here and give you guys I guess it is my opinion, but I don't come on here and give you my emotionally biased opinion or an opinion that I'm making up. All of my opinions are derived from actual information on the charts. Now, you might interpret that information differently, and that's completely fine, but I'm never just going to come on here and be like, well, I have to say up or I have to say down, because that's in turn going to get some people wrecked, right? I don't want people coming on here being like, well, Frankie was bullish today, and the only reason I was bullish was because I have to pick a side, right? So when things are mixed, I like to tell you, hey, be careful, it's confusing out there, and then give you an alternative way to try to bypass the indicators and just look at the price action and your support and resistance levels to try to figure out your own indicator, whether you're going to get a move to the upside or the downside, right? But as of right now, we are making higher lows and higher highs up into this level of resistance. So maybe we pop through, maybe we get rejected. And again, either we are going to get rejected here, break down below the POC, or we're going to kind of just range around, right? So if we don't break this or this, I'm expecting to range around, in which case we can pull some new volume and start trading that new range. Let me just go ahead and get out some of these super chats. Shout out to Wannabe Capitalist, says up or down. Tell me now, or straight to jail. Shout out to Wannabe Capitalist. It's going up, down. It's going down for sure. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. It's very confusing out there. Shout out to Wannabe Capitalist. I appreciate that super chat. It made me laugh, bro. Straight to jail. I guess he gets the joke. Overcooked fish, believe it or not, right to jail. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. We got NMCT says dues to the TA Don. Shout out to NMCT. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. But you don't got to pay dues to me, bro. I feel like you guys show up for me every day, so I feel like I'm paying my dues to you. But I appreciate it, bro. Shout out to NMCT. I really do appreciate that super chat, man. And Super Trucker Ryan, what is going on, bro? He says, sup, Don. I say, sup, Super Trucker Ryan. What's going on, brother? Thank you for being here. Are you in the rig today? You cruising in the rig, listening to Frankie Candles, or are you chilling? Are you chilling? You let me know. You let me know. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Alex O, what is going on, bro? He says, I appreciate you always taking time to teach the people how to fish. It's all about community, Frank. So thank you. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here and always showing support to us over here at the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Let's go. I don't know why I said it like that. But shout out to This is the Bitcoin Way. Gifting those 5 memberships. Let's go. Shout out to This is the Bitcoin Way. Thank you so much. And let's see. We got Crypto Killer Whale, Bullish on Parade, Captain Crypto, New Perspective, and Byron Franco with the membership gifts. Let's go. You guys can go ahead and thank This is the Bitcoin Way. And it seems like this is the giving way. Shout out to you guys. Welcome to the muscle. Shout out to Dave Digital. There we go. Hey, yeah, I'm green. Shout out to Crypto Killer Whale. Shout out to BullishSauce.eth. Thank you, Frankie. Let's wreck these market makers. Let's go. Shout out to the meeting I had earlier today. Mr. Market Maker. Shout out to Tino. But yeah, guys, shout out to BullishSauce.eth. I appreciate you, bro. I see you out there. You're showing a lot of support, man. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to Indiana Candle. Said, tell me I'm going to be a good trader someday. I need some encouragement. Indiana Candles, I will tell you this with the most certainty I possibly can. If you take your time, learn the TA, and manage your risk. Key point there, manage your risk. You will be a successful trader. And the number one thing to do is learn from your mistakes and don't give up. In my opinion, the reason they say 99% of day traders fail is because 99% of day traders aren't willing to fail enough to get the hang of day trading, right? They just give up too soon. And typically, you guys want to remember, I think this is from a book that I read. I want to say it's from like Think and Grow Rich. If you guys have ever read that book, I highly recommend it. But they tell a story in that book that, and this is related to trading, right? I think they tell a story where there was like a guy and his brother, and they were looking for gold, and they were digging, and they found one piece of gold, and they got so excited, they invested in drills or whatever, and they were digging through the rock, and after months of searching, they realized that there was no more gold. They kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and there was no gold. And then they left, and I don't know if it was them that came back or another group of people that came back and was like, oh, hey, let's dig over here. And they only had to dig like 2 feet further, and they found the mother lode of all gold. So if you relate that to trading, guys, you want to remember, typically when you're just banging your head against the wall, I say this all the time, or you're banging on the door trying to break through to the next level, don't give up, because it's usually right at the point where you give up that you are super close to breaking through. So just keep pushing a little bit further. So shout out to Indiana Candles. That's for you, bro. You're going to make it as long as you don't give up, bro. Don't lose hope, and just learn from your mistakes and manage your risk. Sometimes it's more about saving your money and preserving your capital than, trying to make $1 million, right? So there you go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Shout out to Hannah King. Says, feeling like the Asian market will pump tonight. I wouldn't disagree with you there, Hannah. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. And again, in my eyes, I think this really could go either way, on a technical level at least. But let's go ahead and continue on. How many people we got in here? 949 people, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. 850 likes is what we're going for. So smash that like button so we can give you all of our money. But let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Saguchi. Says, can you do a video sometime on how to set up TradingView alerts? I could do like an updated video, but I do believe I have a video on TradingView that shows you how to do the alerts. We do have one up there. Hopefully, maybe one of the mods can drop it in there into the chat if they can find it. But if not, I'll probably make an updated one soon. But we have made a video that was like top 3 tips for TradingView or something, and I do talk about that in there. But there you go. Easiest way to set an alert on your price action would be just to right click and then hit add alert. And then, you could just set all your settings here only once per bar close, or once per minute, depending on how many times you want to get notified. And then you can, name it, put a little message to let yourself know what's happening and why the alarm is going off. And then you click create. And then you'll see, boom, there you go, that orange line. So when price comes and touches that line, you will get a notification. And then you can also drag this around to get a different, just move it around to a different level. If I wanted to know, hey, we're approaching the highs of the range, I can just go ahead and move it up here. When price crosses this, I'll get notified. And then you just do that by right-clicking and hitting add alert. So hopefully that helps you out. That was a little quick and dirty tutorial for you. Didn't think you were going to get an answer that quickly, did you? But there you go. If not, if that wasn't enough, you could always go ahead and check check the video on the YouTube channel. Mrs. Candles in the house. Give him a hand, Mrs. Candles. Give him a hand. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. Wait, hang on. Show them your nails. Show them your nails. Show them that it's painted so they know you're not imaginary. Well, that's okay. There you go, guys. Not too close. Look. See? Look, they're real nails. This is not DZ's hand. Not DZ's hand. Wow, DZ, your hands are so soft. Anyway, all right, guys, let's continue on. 45 minutes, and he's still doing BTC, Dave. Shout out to Creighton C. Yeah, BTC needs a little extra TLC today because she's just too confusing. Santa King says, losing is just part of learning. I have lost more than I would like to admit, 17,000 plus, but now I know why I lost it and what to do differently now. Best advice I can give is always pay yourself. Hannah King, can I pin Super Chats? If I can pin this, I'm going to pin it because that is the number one thing. I can't. But that is the number one thing that you could probably take away is always pay yourself when you're in the green, because if you've been doing this and you've gotten into some trades so far, you'll notice that it feels good when you're in the green, but if you don't pay yourself quickly, you can get into the red very fast, and you're going to be wishing that you were taking profits. And you'd rather close your trade and get a little bit of profit rather than look back and be like, oh, I should have took profit, now I'm down. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Underdog said it's Ben's hand. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Frankie, nice ring. You guys are funny. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Crash says, yeah, because DZ couldn't paint his nails. Nice try, Frankie. Nice try. Shout out to Crash. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Death Burka says, if you can't lose thousands, you can't make thousands. The best advice I ever got in crypto was think of your money as video game money, because you need to be ready. You need to be ready to kind of take the risk, right? If you're too protective over your money, you're never going to take the risk to make money, right? So you got to think of it like points, right? Just think of it as numbers on a screen and detach yourself from the money aspect of it, right? Just run up that number, if that makes sense. That's kind of was a big breakthrough for me. All right, let's continue on. Tyler says, FOMO Sapien asks, Tony D paints his nails? Oh, no. Yeah, that's probably the most likely case, right? If it's going to be anyone that I'm faking Mrs. Candles, it's probably going to be Tony D, right? Shout out to Tyler Durden. D Betty Crypto, what is going on, bro? He says, I guess I'm only making hundreds then. Hey, shout out to D Betty Crypto, bro. Thanks for being here, man. And thanks for all you do for the channel, bro. You do a lot. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. The Mafia just spitting great advice in here. This is why I love the Candle Mafia. But guys, that is what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. So watch either the local range or the break of this purple box or break of this blue box. And so, yeah, that is basically what we're looking for, guys. Other than that, very, very mixed signals. We did get a 2-hour bearish divergence printing here up against that key level, which was signaled in the premium Discord. Did get it did wind up hitting, right? It did wind up hitting for something, about 2.64%. If you were able to pay yourself and take a little profit, I believe the final take profit on that trade was the value area low of this range, so we do still have a chance of hitting that, but obviously we always recommend multiple take profits in case you never make it to your final destination. Shout out to the movie. But did get a nice little couple percent out of that, so nice little scalp for anyone in the premium that caught that. But continuing on here, guys, that is essentially how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. One other really, really key level that I want to point out here on Bitcoin before we start moving on into the alts. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this alert. There we go. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to delete the alert. Delete it. Remove. There we go. Okay. Another really key level of support, guys, if we do wind up getting a big move down, again, I'm not necessarily calling for the move down, but I'm saying if we do wind up getting a big move down, another big level of support that I would be watching is going to be more specifically this level here at $21,400, $21,500. That is going to be a very key level. So I'm going to put a horizontal line there because it is going to be an absolute dire level. But I want to actually draw it as a box. And I'm going to draw it from that value area low all the way to that other level, right? So if we do actually get a move down to our value area low of the macro range right here, the top of this blue box is the value area low of that macro range. if we do make it down there and we wind up deviating out of the range a little bit, let's say, I'll draw this out a little bit for you. If we do get a move down, a little bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, right? And then we get a little bit of a wick and we fall out and deviate from the range, that might be a good indication that we might just get a little wick out of here before continuing back up. So there you go. And again, when in doubt, guys, just look at the volume profiles. We rejected the highs. We're now at the POC. We know if we lose the POC, we're coming to the value area low, right? And then when you get to the value area low, you're expecting to eventually make it back to your value area high. Because as long as you're in that value area, although price action is very messy, you are expecting it to stick to the rules of the volume profiles for the most part. Nothing's 100%. It's not always going to play out, but more often than not, it does. So it could give you, it makes price as predictable as it possibly could be, right? Oh, shout out to Darren Does Things. He said he caught it. He caught that trade in the premium, and he paid himself twice. That is what we're talking about, Darren. Let's go, bro. Darren just over here, like, when Darren's out here paying himself just on the phone, like, hello, yes, I'll have another take profit, please. Thank you. Some people be calling room service. Darren Does Things be calling out take profits. It doesn't even make sense what I just said. I don't know why I'm like this, guys. But anyway, let's continue on. Let's start taking a look at those altcoins. We got 975 people in here right now. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. I really do. I don't just say that to be nice. But I will say this in my own shameless self-promotion. Go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button, because if you do, YouTube will realize that you guys are smashing the like button like crazy, and if you do that, they will push us out to more people, and the more likes we get, the more people will come into the live, growing the Candle Mafia into an unstoppable force, which is what we want, guys. That is what we want. Let's go. We're already an unstoppable force. But if you guys want to take a look at your favorite altcoins, go ahead and throw them in chat right now. Rob the Crypto Snob will collect all your votes, count them up, and come to me with the results, and that's how we know what altcoins we'll be looking at today. But there you go, guys. There is how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick little check-in on that SPY, which did get a little spill today. I'm actually going to come down to this other chart because this chart is a little bit better. This one has all our levels on it, right? So here we go. Here we are, guys. Coming up to a higher time frame. This is the level. We are at the level. It's happening. It's happening. Guys, I need some Aztecian and cactus moss water. We got the protein too, guys. We forgot to chug the protein yesterday. We're going to do it today. There we go. Get those alts in there, baby. Let's get it. But guys, it's happening, guys. It is happening. This is the level that we have been waiting for, right? We expected this dump down, or we expected a potential retrace off of that golden pocket, looking for a potential retrace back down to retest our downward trend line that we were stuck below for quite some time. Got a big rejection, rejected, 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 rejected. Boom, we got the breakout. That was a bullish move, but we came right into that local golden pocket. So now what we are looking for is a pullback to retest that trend line that we broke out of, bullishly retested as support. And we also have the confluence of this point of control coming in right here at about 393.58. Or 393.83. So if we are going to get a big bounce, guys, there is no better place to do it other than there is no other place to do it other than, you know, coming down to retest that breakout level of that downward trend line / POC. I would expect if we are going to get a bounce, this will be no better place to do it. And if we break below this level, this could wind up giving us insight into Bitcoin taking another little spill ski to the downside, little rumple. We call them rumple spill skis. But I don't know why I'm like this. But, yeah, we lose that point of control. Probably going to get pretty ugly, and we will likely come back down to at least test this golden pocket first at 381.63 before eventually making our way down to that value area low at 372.91. But really nothing new to take away from here. We are just continuing to test this level. So money flow on that 8-hour is looking gross, guys. That is not looking good. Money flow straight coming out on your 10-hour, your 12-hour, your 16-hour, your daily. Yeah, not looking good. Money flow on the daily coming out pretty aggressively as well. VWAP getting rejected at that zero line. Pretty oversold, though. So we'll have to see what happens, but this is the moment of truth. It is happening, guys. We need to get that bounce. All right, let's continue on here. Oh, it's pumping. Oh, it's pumping. For real? Oh, baby, she's pumping. Is she really? Oh, yeah, she is. She's got a little fling to the upside. Actually, let's go ahead and pull up our chart over here, and let's keep an eye on that value area low. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. It looked much more, yeah, God, jeez. Yeah. All right, well, we're still working up to our local value area high. But, yeah, we still have a little bit to go to that purple box. So watching that purple box, guys. But, yeah, SPY, thank you for whoever said that. Let me know. Nothing. Alema, let's go. Pump, let's go. You guys are crazy. Let's get it. All right, V-Chain. We can take a look at V-Chain today for sure. Technical bull div. Ooh, on SPY. I didn't peep what time frame it was, but let's see. Oh, okay. I do see what you're looking at. Could potentially put that bull div in on the 4-hour. Looking at that 2-hour. Oh, yeah. Okay, you got your lower lows on price, higher lows on. Yeah, you got some bull divs. You got some bull divs forming on the SPY. Let's see. 1 hour. Same deal. Same deal. Got your lower lows, right? Is that lower lows? Yes, it is. Very hard to see there, but it is indeed. It is indeed lower lows with your higher lows. I guess it would technically be from here. Well, oh, come on. Here we go. From here to there, and then from here, I guess technically, yeah, you do have some kind of bull div, some kind of a bull div form in there. 4-hour. Let's see. Coming out of a lower time frame here, 45-minute green dot printing. You do have the, yeah, so you don't have the local div. Interesting. We'll have to see what happens. Shout out to Darren Does Things. But, guys, let's go ahead and check out Ethereum or Erythrium, as I like to call it. But, yeah, let's go ahead. All right, let's go. Altcoin votes are in and being counted. Well, while Rob is counting those, let's go ahead and take a look at the King Alt or Queen Alt, depending on if you think ETH is whatever ETH is. Let's go ahead and take a look at Erythrium. Now, like new people in the chat are like, this guy doesn't even know how to say the word. Let's go. But, yeah, taking a look here, guys. Just keeping an eye on these volume profile levels, right? We have our POC that we are now getting a bounce off of. So the next immediate level of resistance I would be expecting is going to be that value area high coming in at $1,679. If we wind up losing that POC to the downside, I would classically, obviously this golden pocket is likely to give you some support coming in at about $1,600 even. You also have a bit of psychological support at that level, being that even $1,600 mark. If you break that $1,600 level, likely that you come back down to revisit this next level below us, which is the 786 of that same fib pool, coming in at 1581. Once you lose that level, it's going to be very likely. I mean, just in general, if you lose the POC, we are basically expecting to get a move down to the value area low with some stop-offs in the levels in between, such as the golden pocket and the 786. Let's go. Shout out to yo. This is a secret calf attack. Secret calf attack. I love it. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are nuts. Let's go. All the green names are popping off right now. Should we try to get the calf cam going? I'll try to get the calf cam going in just a minute. Thank you for that, Rob. I see you, bro. Oh, my God. I got to have to pull up the calf for a second, guys. Here we go. Hey, shout out to Kazuma. Thank you for that, bro. He says, Frankie, I hope you're right, bud. I hope I'm right too. I hope I'm right too, because I would love Ethereum to come down to some lower prices. Oh my God, chat is going crazy with the calves. Let's go. I guess you guys want to see a little bit of calf. Should I show a little skin? I shouldn't be doing this on YouTube, guys, but let's do it. Here we go. A little bit of calves. Oh yeah. Boop. There we go. Rock solid, baby. Let's get it. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to the calf emoji. And shout out to Dave Digital, because I think Dave Digital's the one making these. He's a wild man. Shout out to you guys. You guys are insane. Let's get it. All right, 973 people here, guys. Also, apparently when chat goes crazy, that can attract YouTube to bring us more people as well. So go crazy in chat. Go crazy on that like button. We still only have 400 likes. Smash it up to 850. We got to double it, and we'll spin that wheel a bazillion times. But this is basically what you guys are crazy. That reveal, let's go. Take us to the calf show. Let's get it, baby. Y'all weird. Deathburgers, y'all weird. Oh, you guys are funny. Bing bong, let's go. We're toxic. Let's get it. Frankie puts a little calf and his coffee. Let's go. TDL is watching. Oh, my God. I'm more worried about DZ's hands. You just see DZ's hands pull my pants up to expose the calf. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Let's go. Bing bong. Oh, God. And oh, my God. You guys are absolutely insane. I don't even have these cool emojis, guys. I can't sign up for my own membership, which is an absolute scam. I want the emojis, too. I'm going to have to make a Frankie Candles alt account so I can get these emojis, guys. And I'm going to have to pay for it, which I don't mind doing. But let's go. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Shout out to the calf emoji. Let's see. Happy Techie says, Frankie Candles, is it true you were the set advisor for calf development in the T-1000 sprints scenes for the 1991 blockbuster Terminator 2? Happy Techie. I'm going to say this very, very nicely. Don't mind this. I'm listen. I'm just saying. Let's let secrets be secrets. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying. I'm just kidding. It's not even loaded. It's not even loaded. But now it is. But now it is, baby. Now it is. So Happy Techie. Hey, good job doing your research, but let's let secrets be secrets. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble. Bing bong. Pew, pew. Let's go. Shout out to Happy Techie. Let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Shout out to the members. Shout out to everybody smashing that like button. Let's make this thing go nuts. But again, those are basically the key levels that I am continuing to watch on Ethereum. There is a lot of noise that is happening in these markets. And to eliminate that noise, guys, I always bring it back to the basics, and that is your volume profile ranges, right? So as long as we get hold above this POC, I would expect to potentially make it up to the value area high. Once we hit that value area high, if we don't break out, I will expect a downturn back to the POC and eventually back down to the value area low if we could break below the POC. And as far as market cipher and your indicators, things are as confusing as they are on Bitcoin. You are getting that green dot, though. We are going to print another daily candle in about 17 minutes, but we are getting that green dot on Ethereum with money flow coming up. So it would almost, the medium time frames, I will say this, the daily and down would look a little bit more bullish in my opinion. Money flow coming up on that 8-hour, looking to cross over into the green. 5-hour, money flow coming out, VWAP coming down. It's confusing, guys. It's a rough world out there right now. Be careful. For some reason, I will say this, the daily is your bullish case on just about everything right now. On Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on a lot of the altcoins, it is definitely your bullish case. So watch that daily. If you're hoping for a move up, watch that daily. You guys are insane with these emojis. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're about to keep pumping a little bit. Definitely, shout out to Wesley. Definitely possible, man. Definitely possible. Let's see. Taking a 1-hour green dot. There we go. Nice little trigger wave. Money flow coming out aggressive. Like, this is as confusing as it gets, guys. Money flow coming straight out. That is aggressive money flow depletion, right? That is money flow dropping like a rock, but price is just coming up. This is weird. And I want to say money flow is the thing that never lies, but it is mixed signals out here. All-Star Auto Group, shout out to you, man, says, thanks for being here, Frankie. Hey, All-Star Auto Group, thanks for being here. And if anybody's near Allstate Auto Group, wherever that location is, go check them out. They're awesome. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, let's see. We need to remaster Thunder and replace it with Frankie. Let's go. Crimson Caravan Company, let's get it. But let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue on. So definitely, that's a perfect testament to the confusion out here. Money flow starting to come out, but price coming up. Green dot confirmed. Very, very confusing signals. But again, it doesn't really matter because I'm not expecting anything too crazy until we break out or break down from the POC. Again, kind of the same levels I'm watching on Bitcoin. This value area high is going to be key resistance. This POC is going to be key support. You can see once you break that POC, you have a little bit of a gap here, probably going to drop you down to that local golden pocket pretty quickly. But yeah, and then I bet if we pull some volume on this little range that we have going on over here, the value area low comes in real close to the value area high of our current range. So I will go ahead and draw that as a box. So this is your key resistance on Ethereum. Go ahead and make that purple. And then come up here. Oh, no, that's green already. And then the POC is going to be your major support to the downside. Now, let me go ahead and pull up. Do we have any confluence? Probably from this low. No? Okay. Interesting. All right. So there you go, guys. POC is going to be key support. Actually, this golden pocket looks even more key. But yeah, POC is going to be key support. Golden pocket right here at about 1,600 is also going to be very key, especially with the psychological level. Ada Bohr says, Frankie, can we get some Kopi BUSDTA? She's about to break out. Hey, let's go, Ada Bohr. Yeah, we could try to take a look at Kopi for sure. All right, let's go ahead and move on, guys. Let's go ahead. Crypto Monster says we get a break to 25,250 tomorrow. Let's go, Crypto Monster. We'll see what happens. I hope so. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. That would be a good T-shirt. Hey. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and GRT FTN. FTM. I'm gonna do Kopi real quick so I don't forget. Is it COPI? Yeah, I don't know. Do they not have a? They may not have a. They may not have a trading view chart. Unfortunately, I think I'm doing this right. Yeah. Well, let me know in the chat if you know if they have a trading view chart, because I don't know why it's not popping up here, but we can come back to it. Let's check out GRT, coin number 1. Interesting. This looks kind of like a massive, I mean, not really. It's kind of ugly here, but, like, this is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This thing looks like it's kind of coiling up. Depending on how you draw this, this could either look like a massive bull pennant, or it could also... yeah, it could also look like a massive descending triangle. Careful, because it also could be a descending triangle, which would be more bearish. But yeah, this is yeah, I don't. This looks like bullish consolidation to me. I'll be honest with you. If this isn't a descending triangle, this is definitely bullish consolidation. Yeah, this looks like it might break out. Green dot on your 12-hour printing. That is a good look. Money flow coming straight up. Look at that money flow. Swing. Whoops. Swing. Coming straight up, guys. Green dot printing. Not looking too bad. I don't hate the look of this. Let's see. Yeah, that is looking like it might break out to the upside. Let's continue on. Get rid of those lines. Yeah, but money flow. I mean, money flow is coming back up on the 12-hour, but generally this is really just flowing to the outside or to the downside. Oh, interesting. Looks like a floating iceberg. You guys are funny. Okay. Gary C says, swing. Let's go. All right, so continuing on here, money flow is generally looking bearish. So although it is coming up in the micro term, it is looking generally bearish. We'd have to come up pretty high for this to look good. But it might happen. If we break out, that money flow is likely to come back up. 16-hour green dot is also printing with your money flow coming up. So naturally, I do want to come down. I want to come down to the 30-minute, that 45-minute, that 90-minute, and that 1 hour. Sometimes if you get those money flow crossovers into the green, right on those green dots on those other higher time frames, sometimes it can turn into a very, very bullish sign. So let's go back to the 16-hour. Yeah, not quite lining up as much as I would like it to, but money flow is coming back up on that 16-hour, so that is looking somewhat good. Daily VWAP rejected at that 0 line. Gonna print another daily here in about 10 minutes. VWAP rejected at that 0 line, though. Money flow coming straight up, though. It's almost like I want to lean a little bit bullish in the medium term. Shout out to Jim Scott, said, where's the money gun? Hey, don't ask questions. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jimmy, you don't want to ask questions you don't want the answer to. Where's the money gun? It's right here. Bing bong. There we go. Let's go. And now there's money everywhere. I shouldn't have done that, guys. I immediately regretted that. That was too much money being shot around. Gets dangerous in here. Let's get it. All right. Let's see. What did the bodybuilder say when he finally achieved his goal of massive leg muscles? He said, I'm legendary. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. That's a good one. I like that. I like myself a nice little pew pew. Shout out to you guys. All right, let's continue on here. Money flow on the daily. It's almost like I want to lean a little bit bullish in the short term / medium term here. Really, it's just those higher daily time frames that are giving us those red dots and bearish divergences. But again, even if those do play out, they might take some time, right? So I wouldn't be surprised. It depends. If we start printing that green dot on the Bitcoin daily, that would be bullish and almost would make me lean a little bit bullish. Am I going to go into this live stream with no bias and then leave the live stream with a bullish bias? Potentially. But yeah, GRT is looking like it is set up for another leg to the upside. I will not lie to you. Next likely stop is going to be up here. You do have a big gap here, I assume. I don't really have to, I don't want to waste time double checking this, but I would almost, this is almost like that 25K level on Bitcoin. And then right above that 25K level, you can get that low volume gap here that you will kind of bing bong, and fly right through, coming up to your next high volume node, which will be about right here. You might fly through that gap and then get this move all the way up to about 34 cents if you do get that big move up, right? So if we come up and we start testing these levels again, I'm going to go ahead and make this a box. If you come up and start testing these levels again, and you could flip that to support, this purple box, you may get a quick move up to that 34, 35 cent level. So that is what I would be watching for next. And again, that would be a pretty nice move. And what would happen if I pulled some volume on this entire range of price action? Yeah, again, I'll draw this as a box as well. Your POC, that is your POC of this previous range is going to be that 34, 35 cent level. And then that value area low is coming in at about 30 cents, right? So these are the major levels I would be looking for on GRT. And again, if this pennant is a pennant and it breaks out to the upside and we flip that level, that's where I'd expect that quick move up. And hey, it looks very similar to the Bitcoin gap to 30K. Maybe we see this play out. Maybe Bitcoin gets to 30K, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. That weekly red dot makes me very sussed out. I will be honest with you. All right, let's continue on. There is GRT. Okay. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. He says, search COPUSD _73 ED. Is this guy going to A5? Okay. Bada boom. Pancake. Okay, he wants to look at pancake swap chart. Okay. There you go. Kopi, I guess this is it. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob for getting me that link, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Grimothy. Said, check my super chat from before, Frank. Oh, no. Oh, no, we missed a super chat. We can't miss Grimothy's super chat. Hey, there it is. Let's go. Shout out to Grimothy. Hey, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that second super chat. Just so you know, I don't know, maybe you tried to do this, but you could always try to at one of the mods and let them know I missed it, and they will try to get my attention if you don't want to send that second super chat. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I missed it. Let's go up and check it. Let's see. Grimothy says, I can't wait to meet you and ask you. Oh, God, why do you guys do this to me? Shout out to Grimothy. He says, I can't wait to meet you to ask you to pull your fib while Mrs. Candles watches. Shout out to Grimothy. I love you, Grimothy, but unfortunately, I'm now going to have to call the police on you because that's what we do to the funny CandleMafia members. I don't know why. Every time someone makes me laugh, I say we got to call the police on you guys because you guys are menaces. I'm just kidding, bro. Thank you for the super chat. And hey, if you come on the BitBoy Crypto Pluto Alliance cruise, we will be there. I don't remember the exact, I want to say March 8th. I don't know if that's the right date. Maybe the mods can correct me, but we will be having a meetup or a book signing. Ben will be doing a book signing at the Hit Factory down in ATL where our offices are located. We're doing the book signing there, and I will definitely be there to meet anybody who cares. So shout out to you. Maybe you come by, and I'll pop out those calves for you. All right, let's continue on to our next altcoin. Pull your fib. Pull your fib. All right, let's take a look at Kopi here. Maybe we'll pull a fib on the dang thing. Let's see. Let's pull our fib from this high all the way to the low. And hey, what do you know? We are approaching a golden pocket. I would even pull it maybe just from that wick right here. And yeah, you got a little rejection, little rejection, little rejection, little rejection, little rejection, or I guess a little test here. So on the daily, you are getting that green dot. I would have to assume, guys, that we're going to get that green dot on the Bitcoin daily chart in about 5 minutes. I would have to assume that this is going to happen, right? Maybe the altcoins are front-running Bitcoin, and they're going to print that green dot first because Kopi's got it, Ethereum's got it, right? All these altcoins have the green dot, right? So why would Bitcoin not follow suit? I think it definitely could. What I would be looking for here on Kopi is a potential second push off this daily green dot. I would look for that push up, maybe a little bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing into the 786 before a move to the downside, putting in that higher high as your momentum wave potentially puts in a lower high. Not saying that is definitely going to happen, but that is something you could look out for, right? If you were looking to get into a trade, because in my opinion, there really is no entry signal to get into a long here, right? The long entry was down here, or even down here, or down here. The long entry is not here to try to catch the further move up. Unfortunately, it is too high of a chance that you get wrecked doing that. So even if this thing is going to rip up, I'm willing to miss that move because it's not a very high probability trade, in my opinion. But you know, that is kind of what I would be looking for. I would be careful of a second push up into the 786, putting in that higher high, and if your momentum wave does make a lower high, that might be giving you room to come down. But other than that, guys, this daily does look bullish. I mean, this is as bullish as it gets, to be honest with you. Thick in the green with the money flow coming straight up with that green dot. I think Kopi can wind up moving again. And again, that next major level is going to be your 786 coming in at about 4 cents, right? 0.042697710.5 cents for anybody who's looking for the exact number. But if you're looking for some support to the downside, your major level of support would wind up being pretty far away down here, basically testing this shelf here on the volume profile, coming in at 0.022 cents. That would be your local golden pocket that I would be looking for some support if you do get a breakdown. But again, really what I would be looking for here is a break into that 786. I think you could at least get that with your green dot on the daily. And hopefully this is going to leak into Bitcoin. That would be a 20% move, right, guys? So that would be a pretty big bing bong to the upside. But again, strong resistance here. So if you don't reject, I'd accept a shot up into that 786 where I would look for a pullback. Yeah, but again, that daily does look good. What's your 2-day looking like? 2-day is looking for the green dot, not there quite yet. 12-hour money flow coming up, 16-hour money flow coming up. VWAP's kind of chilling sideways. And then, yeah, look at this thing. It's just been slowly and strongly stair-stepping its way up with the money flow just thick, chilling here. That is a great look. Money flow, yeah, on the 6-hour, 4-hour. Money flow coming out on the 4-hour, so that is something to keep an eye on. Money flow continuing to come out. No bearish divergence. Just missed that bear div. Taking a look at your 2-hour. Nothing really there. Yeah, I honestly, guys, I would look for that push into the 786. I would look for the push into the 786. And then coming out, let's see if we can find any levels in between. Yeah, there's really not much there. There's really, you kind of have a gap up to that 786. I'd watch for the push up. And then I would also be careful, you know, if you are not in a long on Kopi and you have missed the move up, I wouldn't recommend FOMOing into a long trade. Rather, I would suggest not financial advice. I'm not advising you. I'm just kind of what I would do here is wait for that higher high on our price action, whether that's up to the 786 or not. I would wait for that higher high and a potential lower high here on the 1-hour. You could be potentially setting yourself up for something similar on the 2-hour, but this does look like it could break back up to that 786. So something to keep an eye on. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Also, shout out to Jack Spence for that pinned chat, guys. Don't forget, and always remember and never forget what Jack Spence said, and that is poop. Okay, let's see. We got 865 people still in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're going for 850. I think we could get there. We still have a little bit of time. I think we could easily run this thing up to 850 likes before the end of the stream. Now, let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin. Thesis himself said, don't pull it too often or it'll chafe at the at the 702. Shout out to Thesis himself. Bro, you are funny, man. You are funny. Shout out to Thesis. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and check out FTM, or as some people might call it, FTM. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's take a look at the KuCoin Tether chart. That's the 3x short. Let's look at the KuCoin Tether. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Go back down to chat. Rob's cat got a strong grip. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Rob Cat's got a strong. Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that as well. All right. Let's see. Paid off my car because of your lessons, Frankie. Hey, shout out to Jordan Clare. Hey, listen, Jack, I apologize, bro. Listen, poop is really important for the people to know. That's why I pinned it. But I gotta have to replace the pinned tweet with our boy here. Shout out to Jordan Clare. Paid off my car because of your lessons, Frankie. Shout out to Jordan. I would hit you with the bing bong cannon, but we're all out of ammo, so I'll just go ahead and grab it, and we're just gonna freehand it here. We're gonna freehand it. Bing bong! Shout out to Jordan. Let's get it, bro. Congratulations. Crazy that I'm able to help you pay off your car. Feel super blessed to be in that situation. Thank you for letting me know, bro. That is why I do this. Quite literally, this is why I do it. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Money flow on your 1 hour crossing over into the green. So I am getting that money flow crossover into the green. VWAP is coming down, though, so a little bit of conflicting messages there. Now, I would actually go ahead and check that 16-hour. Green dot is confirmed, so not really as exciting of a signal there. Green dot is now printing. All right, let's see. I guess that Bitcoin green dot must be there, right? It's got to be. There it is, baby. Green dot on the Bitcoin chart as we predicted. I'm kidding, guys. I'm not actually bragging about predicting that. It was pretty obvious that it was going to happen. Just jokes. But there we go, right? Green dot on that daily time frame. Money flow still coming up here. Making a little bit of a higher high from over here. That could be a good sign, guys. Again, the major level we're watching is that purple box. This purple box is the level we need to break above to get higher prices. So with that green dot on the daily, it looks like it could potentially happen. But because the indicators are so confusing, we want to be careful. And I am putting more weight on the break of this level than I am that green dot on the daily. So just realize that. And this is a 90-minute green dot, not the daily. But let's go back to FTM, taking a look at the KuCoin tether chart. Let's go ahead and continue on here, right? Let's go ahead and get rid of that and take a look. Your daily green dot is printing. Money flow not coming up like it is on Bitcoin, but still looking pretty good. Your 2-day money flow is coming out. Your 3-day money flow is kind of sideways on the 4-day. 5-day money flow is as close as you can get to that zero line, guys. That is as close as it gets right there. Look at that. That is as close as it gets. That is looking to cross over very, very, very soon. And again, you know, kind of coming, yeah, kind of not quite a bullish pennant, but yeah, your 6-day red dot is confirmed, your 5-day red dot is confirmed, and your weekly red dot is also confirmed. This weekly red dot did not give you much of a move to the downside. I don't know if that's an alarming sign or a really good sign. Taking a look at your 4-hour, VWAP is a little bit overheated there. Your 2-hour also looking for a red dot soon, but money flow looks good on your 2-hour, 3-hour. Yeah, mostly money flow looks like it is starting to cruise back to the upside here. So, yeah, and again, looking at your, your 30-minute is in the green, your 24-minute is cruising into the green. So that 24-minute is looking pretty good, and then the 45-minute starting to cross over, 90-minute starting to cross over, 1 hour starting to cross over, 2, 3, and 4 hour starting to cruise up towards that zero line. I would say this thing may have some legs to the upside. I will be honest with you. You did get a nice 5-hour bullish divergence here. Could have marked a significant bottom down here for FTM, right? And you also got your blue wave here indicating a potential bottom coming in on the 5-hour. That is on the BitLab trading stack. Taking a look at your daily is showing a bottom signal as well. So I do think this could potentially get a move up. Guys, I might end the stream a little bit more bullish than I was originally because of that green dot on the daily. So let's see. I would lean a little bit more bullish on this. Let me go ahead and pull some interesting wonky volume here. Yeah. Kind of just looking at this little range that we've had. Obviously, we deviated to the upside, and then we are now, yeah, guys. See, this is, I wish I was watching this. This is a textbook volume profile strategy here. Come down to your value area low, put in your lower low, put in your higher low on your momentum waves, give you that bounce to the upside. And then again, you know, you always want to be looking at shorts at the value area high and then longs at the value area low. Obviously, with your confirmations, you don't want to just randomly get into longs at the lows. You want to look for your divergences. You want to look for money flow coming up or whatever other confirmations you're looking at. And that is what would get you into a confident trade. And you know, if you have a bullish divergence with money flow coming up, it could be likely that you are going to get a move to the upside. You're starting to crack that POC. If you could hold that POC to support, I would expect a potential revisit of the value area high of the range, which is coming in at about 55 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this out. I'll go ahead and label these. Go ahead and label this one value area high. Label this one a little POC. And a little value area low. So there you go, right? A little bing bong, right? So just I like to point this out in hindsight, guys, because this will help you know when to get into trades, right? So if you come to an asset, right, and you see a little bit of a range, pull your volume. Where are you at? Is price coming down to your value area low? If it is, do you have any bullish signals? Because you know that this might be price getting a little bit oversold, right? And it might get a reversal to the upside, and that's why we look at longs at the bottom of the range, right? Because you could kind of think of this value area between the value area high and the value area low. You could think of this as a fair price for Bitcoin, right? Or a balanced price. And anytime you deviate outside of the box or outside of the value area, you can either expect to get a bounce off the value area high, but you're really expecting price to get sucked back in towards your POC and eventually your value area low. Because when you come up out of your value area like you did right here, this is basically you could kind of consider this as overbought, right? Price is out of the value area. We know price likes to trade in the purple box, right? We know price likes to trade in the value area between the value area high and the value area low. So when you come out of this range, you are expecting, hey, this is a little bit overbought. We may get sucked back into where price wants to trade, which is the fair value, which is in that value area. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you guys. Yo, Tony D, bro, you are funny, man. He said, Tony D says, Frankie Candles, I'm going to end the stream early with Pinocchio-nosed emojis. I didn't even know they made those. I guess I'm just a liar, guys. I'm sorry. But I do actually thank you for kind of putting that on my radar. We're going to go for a little bit longer, guys. I'm probably going to end it maybe 30 minutes early. But there you go, guys. That is how I'm feeling on Phantom, and that is what I would be looking for. Another level to the upside that you could keep an eye on is going to be, you know what? I would just say look at these. If you pull your local golden pocket from your highs here all the way to your swing low, you do have your 786 in good confluence of your value area high. Your golden pocket is also not too far away. Let's see. Hey, Mama Candles is in the chat, guys. I spoke to my mother on the phone yesterday, and I was like, hey, Ma, you got to send me some sauce because I'm out of sauce, Ma. The CandleMafia is getting pissed off. The CandleMafia needs the sauce. You got to send me more sauce, Ma. And she was like, you don't even see me in chat. When I come up in your chat, you don't even see me. And I was like, oh, no, I disrespected my mother without even realizing. But yeah, my mom was like, I come in your chat and you never see my chats. And I was like, how is that possible? But here she is. I didn't miss you this time, Mom. Look at me. I'm on TV. Shout out to my mom, guys. Show Mama Candles some love because she is the originator of the Frankie Candle sauce. And let's be real, I wouldn't be here without my mother. And you guys know us Italian boys we're just a bunch of mama's boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. Let's go. Matic and ICP, cause I can bump it, or cause I can bump it, as I like to say it. He wants, Matic and ICP. ICP's on the list, so let's take a look at Matic real quick, because I can bump it, or cause I can bump it, is the man. So we wanna vibe with him right now. All right. Well, as you guys can see, we were able to predict this price action exactly as it was. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Taking a look here. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and extend this. Let's see what that looks like. There you go. Pretty useless levels there, to be honest with you. But, all right, here we go. Let's clear the whole chart. Take a look at your daily VWAP coming to the upside. Looking for that green dot, lagging behind a little bit. Matic is lagging behind a little bit. But, yeah, I was talking about this on the Sin City Crypto Show, guys, yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And kind of what I'm looking at here is a potential head and shoulders maybe we come down, little bearish retest, and then bang, maybe we dump it back down to the lows at about 77 cents. Not impossible, but a little bit speculative to call right now. But money flow kind of coming up, VWAP coming up. That would be somewhat bullish. Looking for that green dot coming in maybe a day or so, right? VWAP confirmed the green dot on your 16-hour. Money flow starting to curve back to the upside. 12-hour money flow starting to curve back to the upside. 5-hour yellow X gave you nothing. That's interesting. But money flow coming out on your 5-hour, man. This is mixed signals. Money flow coming up on your 4-hour. It's coming out on the 5-hour, up on the 4-hour. It's coming up on the 2-hour and kind of up on the 3-hour. Hey, shout out to Raj Johal. I hope I got that right, bro. Thank you for the $100 super chat, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's not a small super chat. Shout out to Raj. I appreciate that, man. He says, cheers from Thailand. Shanghai and Hong Kong markets open in 1 hour. Strap in, baby. Is our Shanghai and Hong Kong going to pump this thing to the moon? And we'll be able to see it with that green dot printing on the daily. Dave Digital. Dave's like, dang. Crypto Billy, do you see that? $100. Well, yeah. Your turn, Crypto Billy. Crypto Billy, I do not. Crypto Billy, for real. Please don't. Please don't. And don't try to shock me because I'm telling you not to. Please don't. Look, Crypto Billy sent a $100 super chat. Crypto Billy, you're awesome. You don't have to send it now, Crypto Billy. Please don't do it. Shout out to Raj. Shout out to Raj, man. I appreciate that so much, man. That is not a small super chat. Thanks. And he just said cheers. Hey, man. Cheers to Thailand. Shout out to you, man. Actually, a place on my bucket list to go travel to at some point in my life. So, yeah, shout out to Thailand. Shout out to Raj. I appreciate you so much for that, man. Thank you. I feel like I should thank you a couple more times. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here is here's a couple hundreds back for the 100 you gave me. Let's go. Shout out to Raj for the $100 super chat. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. I really do appreciate you for real, bro. Thank you, Raj. You're the man. All right, let's continue on. Taking a look at Matic. Let's see. Okay. Let's continue on. All right. Let's see. Yeah, money flow. I mean, again, mixed signals on the indicators, guys. Red dot is printing on your weekly. Again, that would indicate moves to the downside, guys. Maybe we get a pump up tonight, and then we get a dump later on this week, because obviously those weekly time frames do take time to play out. Yeah, shout out to Raj, bro. Shout out to Raj, man. Yeah, kind of mixed signals there for sure. Red dot on the weekly would indicate a move to the downside. The thing about Matic, guys, is going to be that, guys, Matic is only, well, now it's like 56%, but Matic pumped up to about 45%, within 45% of its all-time high. That's pretty crazy. I mean, this thing absolutely dumped from about $3 all the way down to about 90%, and now it's within 45% of its all-time high, or it pumped up to 45% of its all-time high. Kind of similar, when I was on Sin City Crypto, they were talking about how they were kind of relating it to Link in the last bear market that did really well. Link did really well in the last bear market, and they were kind of comparing it to Matic. So, yeah, very, very interesting to see this thing get so close to its all-time high. But that weekly red dot would indicate some more movement to the downside in the future. You did get a bullish divergence here on your 8-hour, but it didn't really give you too much oomph. It didn't really give you too much chutzpah. As of right now, right? Taking a look at your 5 and your 4-hour, again, money flow coming up. VWAP's getting bounces on the 0 line. Pretty hard to call here, guys. I would say this. Money flow is definitely looking like it's coming up on these lower time frames. Just in general, money flow is coming up on more time frames than it's coming out on. And then even that 6-day money flow crossover into the green doesn't have me feeling too bad, right? And then if we just go ahead and pull our volume, let's just pull all this volume here. We may get that push up into our value area high, which would bring us extremely close to our all-time high for Matic. But I'm going to pull a little bit more local volume so we could kind of get a little more, more tangible levels here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this fib. Boom, right? We came up into that 786 as we're coming down. Can we hold that golden pocket? If we can't hold that golden pocket, I will look for a move down to the value area high, coming in at about $1.02, getting eerily close to $1 as well. So you have that psychological support at $1. So that is kind of something I would be looking at on Matic. And then pulling up the VP VR, just taking a look at where the volume is being traded. You could see that, that golden pocket has a little spike in volume, and then if we lose that golden pocket, next real major level of support will come in, I would say about $1. I will draw this as a box between the value area high and about $1 even. Come on. Boom, right there. So that would be the next spot I'd be looking, right? So if we hold this, I'd look for a flip of that 786. If we lose this, I would look for a test of the value area high / $1 mark, and then maybe that is where you come up to put in your low, and then this would be a higher low, and then a continuation to the upside. You have high, low, higher high, higher low, and then you would make another higher high before making another higher low, giving you that uptrend, right? So that's kind of what I would be looking for on Matic, guys. And then I would say money flow is coming up on more time frames than it's coming down. And then also you have that green dot looking to print probably in the next day. So there you go. Shout out to Grimathy, says, Mama Candles, teach Frankie to make pesto, please. Hey, should we come out with pesto? We only do sauce on this channel, but maybe we could pivot and start making pesto. I wouldn't hate on that. Little penny vodka, little pesto with the penny vodka. I mean, you don't put penny vodka on, you don't put pesto on penny vodka, but you can have your pesto separately. I don't really like pesto, to be honest. It's too strong for me. It's too much flavor. It's good. I'll eat it. I mean, it's in my blood, so I'll eat it. It's fine. But I don't know. I'm more of a penny vodka guy. Little penny vodka. Shout out to Honda, man. I see you in here, bro. He said, I got another session on my volume profile. Let's go. Shout out to Honda, man. Let's check out ICP for our boy. Let's get it. Let's see. Slap that bullishness, baby. Pump me up. Let's go. Shout out to Eric Ward. What is going on, baby? Spanking those bulls. Let's go. And I don't mean spanking like shutting them down. I mean spanking them getting riled up. Shout out to Honda Man, says, like Future said, it's too much sauce. Let's go. Shout out to Future. Thanks for the Matic sauce. You're the GOAT. Shout out to Kuzakin. I appreciate you, bro. And we're going to take a look at ICP. So shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. Let's go. And he's bumping it, guys, because I can. And so can you. And so can he. Let's go. Shout out to Cuz I Can. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, taking a look at the weekly. Red dot looking to print very soon, right? Very, very similar to a lot of other altcoins. Has this thing ever made a higher high on the weekly time frame? I guess technically right here, but dang, this thing is just, I guess this is the most upside this thing's ever seen. Let's go. All right, shout out to ICP. And I'm not talking about the clowns, guys. 6-day red dot is printing, right? Would indicate some downward price action. 5-day red dot confirmed. But again, money flow kind of coming out here. 6-day, same deal, kind of rolling out. 5-day, coming up generally, kind of rolling out in the immediate term. 4-day, money flow came into the green, but it also is now coming back into the red. So what I would be careful of here is a little sneak into the green, dip back into the red before coming back up into a bigger green wave. That is kind of what I would be watching for here on ICP. Daily green dot also lagging behind, similar to Matic. Still time to print that green dot in the next day or so. 16-hour money flow coming back up, 12-hour money flow coming back up, looking very similar as, almost looking identical to everything else. So let me go ahead and give you guys some of these levels. Let's see. Let's pull our fib here. Bada boom, bada bing. So this was supposed to act as support, and now it's not. But let's go ahead and pull our other fib pull. Here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Nothing really too exciting here. Let's go ahead. I guess it's this golden pocket. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is kind of a local golden pocket here, but testing this local golden pocket from this high to the low, I would look for a potential, I don't know, you might get rejected here, right? Because that VWAP did get a little bounce on the zero line. This is likely to roll back over, in my opinion. So here's kind of here's some sauce on the time frames, guys. This is what I would kind of be looking for here is, I see that the VWAP got some support on the 0 line, right? And I'm expecting it to roll back over here. But a way that I could kind of try to predict if this VWAP is going to die off before we get a push into that 786 is I can come to the 2 hour, right? What is the 2 hour doing? The 2 hour is starting to roll over already, right? And you could see the 4 hour never got the red dot. We just came down and got a bounce on that 0 line, right? But if you go down to the 2 hour, that same move on the VWAP that we saw on the 4 hour wound up giving us a red dot, green dot on the 2 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour is doing. 1 hour is rolling back over. So because the 1 hour VWAP, the 2 hour VWAP, just the 1 and the 2 hour VWAP. Because the 1 and 2 hour VWAPs are starting to roll back to the downside, it makes me think that the 3 hour is going to follow suit, as well as the 4 hour will eventually roll back over too very, very soon. And that's kind of a little hint into that video that hopefully I can release tonight. If I can't, I will try my best to release it tomorrow. Hopefully the video is not completely screwed. But after this live stream, guys, I will be uploading it. If you guys are interested in figuring out or learning about how to find confluence between multiple time frames, this is a little bit of a teaser into that video. Hopefully it'll go up tonight. Taking a look here, yeah, 1 hour coming down, 30-minute red dot looking to print. 15-minute money flow is crossing into the green. Kind of hard to call here, guys. I will be honest with you. But you are coming up to, I would look for a rejection at this purple box, right? I'm going to draw this as a purple box. I'd look for a rejection at this level, right? And then if we pull a little bit of volume, I'm going to pull the volume from here to here. Yeah, maybe you push in, then reject back down to your value area low. But these are just some levels I would be looking on ICP. But again, looking very, very similar to Bitcoin. Fast Easy Cash says, is that Market Cipher? It is indeed Market Cipher. And people are saying Bitcoin's pumping. And, I mean, yeah, kind of. 4 hour green dot now printing. Money flow on that 15-minute is starting to curve to the upside, right? So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to do these last two altcoins, guys, and then we will go ahead and hop out of here. Not going to be an early stream. I thought it was going to be. I'm going to try to get out here at least a few minutes early, so let me go ahead. It's such a meme, guys. It's like, I don't think I've ever left early. Like I always say, it always sounds good in theory, like, oh, I'll get off a little early, I get a little bit of extra work done. It'll get us ahead, and then I don't think I've ever ended early. The only time I've ever ended early, I think, is when I think the only time I've ever left early was one time I went to a Braves game with some coworkers, and they literally came onto my set. If anybody remembers this, let me know in the chat if you were in this stream. They literally came in on my set and threw a blanket over me and literally picked me up and carried me off the stream. So that was the only the big nose emojis are killing me, Tony. Shout out to you, bro. Okay, continuing on here. How high do you think Matic can go on this little pump? I think we talked about it, I think. But yeah, let's continue on. I'll celebrate when it cracks 25K. Tone Lee, I kind of in the same boat as you, to be honest. Ooh, I remember. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. He remembers. Let's go. Yes. Oh, wow. Wick. Are you talking about the time that I literally was like, guys, I just got sick. Like right now, I got to go. Yeah. I think they were either painting or they were doing something with glue in the studio. And I guess like throughout doing the show and just breathing that stuff in, I started getting like really hot, and then I started getting like dizzy, and then I started getting nauseous. Felt like I was gonna puke, and literally in the middle of the show, I was like, "Oh, interesting. I feel like I just got sick, guys. Like I just got a wave of sickness over me. That's super weird." And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, guys, I got to end the show right now. I'm so sorry. I would not do this unless it was completely dire, but I need to go right now. And I ended that stream, guys, and I think before I even ended the stream, I just put the thumbnail up, and I ran right to the bathroom. That was really bad. So shout out to Wick. I think that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, Frankie got high on glue fumes. Yeah, by accident. As soon as I got out of the office and into the parking lot, I started feeling better once I started breathing fresh air. So that's definitely what it was. If you're using soundproof or sound dampening panels, guys, those foam panels that you get on Amazon, make sure you air those out when you open them out of the plastic. Air them out not in your house, or make sure there's windows open, because that stuff is potent, and it apparently is really dangerous. I looked it up. It's actually really dangerous. Anyway, let's go ahead. We have the calf cam, but we also need the spew cam. Oh, God. Let's go. Shout out to Wick. Hey, Maybe we'll have to set something up in the bathroom. I remember that Alexandra G. I swear to God, the female Candle Mafia members are showing face. I love it. Let's go. Shout out to Alexandra. Alexandra, I guess you're an OG. You may be a lurker because I feel like we don't see your name often, but you are a part of the Candle Mafia and apparently an OG. If you remember that, that was a long time ago. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Whew, here we go. Taking a look at Cardano, taking a look at the daily. Looking for a green dot on that daily time frame, lagging a little bit behind Bitcoin. We'll have to see what happens. But again, like this is a lot of red candles on the daily, right? A bunch of red candles in a row. We might be ready for a little pop to the upside. Let's go ahead and pull some volume on this thing and pull it from here to here at that value area low, right? Coming on to the 4 hour. Let's get a little closer look here. Little bullish divergence on your 4 hour at your value area low. But you got pinned between your value area low and your POC right there, right? So you did get a nice little move up from here to here, right? Little 4% move. Would have been a nice scalpable move, but you're kind of just stuck below your POC. You got to pop above that POC before you could see a bigger move up, potentially back to your value area high at about 40 cents. I would also, you're likely going to have some added resistance at your, like this is likely going to be your local golden pocket, in my opinion, if I had to guess. There you go, right? So there you go, boom. This high volume node, I would look for a flip if you can get that green dot on the daily and you could pop above the POC. Look at that gap, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gap here. I would look for a shot up through here to test that golden pocket. And then, once you're above that POC, it could be likely that you come up to the value area high, but I would look for that golden pocket for your first level of resistance. So if you do wind up catching a long up here off of this level, I would look to take some profits here in case you don't wind up making it to your value area high. But again, due to the way the volume profiles work, your POC, once you're above it, you would expect that value area high to come in, even if price action is messy, right? You might come up, back down, right? And then you might come back up and then come back up again. And then finally you might come up here, right? It's likely going to scare you out of your trade, or it's likely to try and scare you out of your trade before you wind up making it all the way up. All right, let's continue on. But yeah, green dot now printing on your 4 hour as well. 15-minute money flow cruising. Not really to the upside, but kind of just flat there. But those are the levels that I would be watching for Cardano. Got to get above that POC sitting at about 36 cents in order to come up to your next high volume node coming in at about 38 cents. So if you hold 36 cents as support, look for that 38 cent move to the upside. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at that last altcoin, which is going to be VeChain. Shout out to whoever was shouting out for VeChain. I saw you. VeChain was one of my bigger bags in the last cycle. Did pretty good with VeChain. Yeah, kind of lurking. Shout out to Alexandra G. We see you. We know you're here now. So you don't always have to show face, but we'll always know Alexandra's out there watching. Let's go. Shout out to you. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Trey Blig said, I'll hold your hat back for you when you puke, broski. I got you. Hey, shout out to Trey Blig. Bro, I like your, what do you call it? Your little avatar, that like little LED thing. That's lit. I like that. No pun intended. Lit like a light because it's LEDs. Get it? Like a candle. Anyway, let's continue on here. Did pretty good with VeChain the last bull run. Picked it up super cheap, sold it not accidentally, but I just happened to sell most of it like at the very, very top, which was near about 30 cents. Yeah. No, what the? This is not what I was. I was like, what are we talking about here? It was like, there you go, 27 cents. But yeah, I remember we were like down here, and I was talking to somebody from the office, and I was like, man, if Cardano, if VeChain goes to 25 cents, man, I am selling everything. And then finally, we got up to 25 cents, and I was like, and I saw the same person. They were like, did you sell? And I was like, what? They're like, VeChain's at 25 cents. And I checked it, and I was like, oh my God. And I wound up selling somewhere up here, almost the tippy top. But let's continue on. Taking a look at the daily, again, lagging a little bit behind on that green dot. Taking a look at your 10-hour. Money flow is generally flowing to the downside on your 10-hour. Your 5 and 4-hour money flow, 4-hour money flow is in the red. Starting to kind of curve back up there. Your 5-hour money flow is looking to cross over into the red. Again, a lot of mixed signals here, guys. Like the only clear thing that I see on, and another thing I want to realize, guys, you have a big money flow wave here, right? But then you went into the red. But then this is technically a lower high, right? So over time, money flow is still kind of trending to the downside. That is something to realize in the longer term, right? Like even if you come back in the red and back into the green, you might make an even lower high before getting a big move down. But listen, the only thing I really see on the indicators that are potentially pointing in a specific direction is the daily. The daily with the daily, the money flow is thick on the daily, and it's thick on the daily, and the green dots are now printing. A lot of these charts have trigger waves as well, which could potentially give the could give price a move up, right? So the only thing that's kind of clear on the indicators is that daily looking bullish. But with all the other conflicting time frames, it's hard to put weight on that, right? But on a technical level, the daily is pointing to the upside. So I will say that. I'm just being very careful because you never know, right? The weekly, the 5-day, the 6-day, all those red dots could wind up stepping on that signal. But that doesn't mean that the daily doesn't look bullish. The daily definitely looks bullish. So there you go. Again, mixed signals. Dan Futches says a Braves game. Okay. Shout out to Dan. Let's see. Top prediction on VeChain. I'm bullish on VeChain. I will say that. I don't know. Very hard to say. I don't know. I mean, it definitely has a chance to make it back to its all-time high. Just so everybody knows, that is kind of a bad way to look at stuff. Just expecting things to go back to its all-time high and higher is not the best plan. But yeah, I mean, you would expect it to at least get to its all-time high. But honestly, I don't really know. We can maybe have a stream where we looked at the worst case scenario for a lot of stuff, and a lot of things we nailed. Looking back, I think we nailed a lot of this stuff. XRP, we cracked on the head for the low end of things. I think we hit it like almost to the dollar. But maybe we have a stream where we kind of look at the best case scenario, top end price predictions for the next bull run, and I'll try to pre-prepare some stuff because I don't know how I feel about that because it is kind of a tricky thing. Because a lot of times it's like, how are you? I don't want people, holding on to hope just because Frankie Candle said VeChain could go to $1. I'm not saying it can. I'm just saying, for example, if I say VeChain could go to $1, I don't want people holding on in hopes for $1 just because I said it was going to $1, right? So I don't really like making super, speculative calls like that, right? Unless everyone's in agreement that it's a speculative call, right? Not a promise. A Braves game? Is that what we're calling it these days? Shout out to Damien. All right. Shout out to Dark Crash, everybody. Stay hydrated. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Yeah, I'd say your bullish case lies on the daily time frame for sure. And again, kind of similar to Bitcoin, these are the highs we need to break, right? We need to break these highs at about 33 cents, break this high volume node, flip it to support to potentially fall into this low volume gap. Bringing us up to the next big area of resistance at about 0.044 cents. So again, we crack up, come up above this high volume node, flip this to support. We could get a quick move up to that next level, but we're not quite there just yet. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume on this entire move here. Yeah, you're at your value area high. So if you get that daily green dot, it could potentially push you above and get you into that gap to the upside, getting you to about 45 cents. But again, these are essentially the levels I would be looking for on VeChain, your value area high, POC, and value area low. These are basically the levels I would be watching until we break above that value area high. I am expecting to bing bong around in this range. And I'll label this one the POC and the value area low. I'd like to remind the Candle Mafia, if you guys have not smashed that like button, make sure you hit it, because if we get 850 likes, we're spinning that wheel 15 times, and you guys are going to win a bunch of free stuff. Mass FOMO. Shout out to Ted Conrad. Shout out to you, man. Guys, it's not a promise? What? Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, Ted Conrad, first rule, nobody knows. I should pin that. Yeah, that's one thing you guys won't get on this channel. You are not going to get Frankie Candles sitting on stream just telling you it's going to go up because I think that's what you want to hear. I would love to please you guys and tell you what you want to hear, but you're never going to get that from me. You're only going to get my honest opinion on what the information on the chart says. If I don't see bullish signals on the chart, I am not going to say it's going up. And a lot of people get mad at that because there's been a lot of stuff. Shout out to Sundeep Rouser, said addicted to the sauce. Let's go. Gary says like and share. Let's go. Smash that like button. You're never going to get that from me, guys. You can count on, one thing you can count on from me is, number one, we're always going to be dishing out that sauce. And number two, I'm never going to just lie to you to try to get more likes or more more views or anything like that. I'm never going to try to pump up a coin because I have personal interest in it. It's never going to happen. My priority on this channel is you first, me second, right? It doesn't, that's basically how we run this channel. If I'm not doing you guys a justice, I'm not doing my job personally. And it's more about, it's not just about being a good content creator or a good teacher. It's more about like a personal, it's more about morals, guys. Like I have a strong moral compass. Like I like to think of myself as a really good person. And to come on here and just spit, garbage down, out of my mouth here just to get views or something it feels too disingenuous for me to do, so I will not do it. So yeah, there's been a lot of times where I've been calling for downside when everyone else was bullish, and they hate it. The bulls hate it. I get the comments. This idiot, you bear, you moron, it's going to go up. And then a lot of times we are right. We're not right 100% of the time, but I make my calls based off the information on the charts, not because I want price to go up or because I want price to go down. So, if everyone else is bullish, but I'm not seeing anything bullish on the chart, you can guarantee that I'm going to come on here and I'm going to be the bear when everyone else is a bull. But if the bullish things are popping up on the charts, I'm going to join the bulls, right? Just understand that I am always going to be 100% honest with you guys. So that's basically what you can expect here from this channel. #value, or @VSlim. Let's go. Peace out, CandleMafia. Donato Cabrera, thank you for being here, bro. How do I start trading crypto? Kyle Owen. You're in the right spot, my friend. Go ahead and join the CandleMafia by liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. And I would just start on my channel, man. Just watch the videos. They're 100% free. It's basically like a free A to Z trading course. A lot of people would charge for what we offer on YouTube, guys. Or not guys, but whoever just asked that. A lot of people would charge for what we give for free on this channel, and that is by design because, listen, my goal is to help you guys make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. And if I could offer that for mostly free, at least get you guys started for free until you're ready to take the next step, I am happy to do that. But let's see. Zakir Ahmed said Tom Crown is the best. Hey, Zakir, I agree with you. I love Tom Crown. But let's see. Jump into the Discord, too. Shout out to Enzo Mining. Yeah, if you're new here, jump into the Discord. Tons of really good traders in that free Discord. So get in there and surround yourself with people who are actually doing this stuff. It's one of the quickest ways to learn. And we have one of the most helpful communities on YouTube, right? Like, they're not just going to get in there and bully you and be like, haha, you idiot, you don't know what you're doing. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, man, I struggled with that for a long time, but this is how I got over it. It's one of the quickest ways to learn is to talk to other people actually doing what you want to do. Shout out to Wick, says Frankie knows the real value of just telling Frankie knows the real value of just telling the goddamn truth. Let's go. That's all we really need in our lives. Not some not a hype master. We need a truth sayer. And hey, I am here. I am here to be your truth sayer, guys. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. And here we are at the 2-hour mark. As I told you guys, we were going to end this live stream early. And once again, I guess I do lie to you guys sometimes when I tell you I'm going to end my stream early. It's happened about 742 and a half times, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So tomorrow we're going to be ending our stream early at the exact 2-hour mark. I'm kidding. That's our full live stream. All right, let's see. How many likes do we got? Let's check it. Bada boom. 690 likes. If we can get it to 800 by the time I'm done spinning this wheel, guys, we will go ahead. We will go ahead and spin this thing 10 times maybe. But it's going to be 7 for now. Sundeep said Tom is a cutie. Let's go. Shout out to Tom Crown. It's funny. You guys are hilarious. Let's see. Shout out to VSlim said, I think Gareth might be the best. Second only to our very own Frankie, maybe. Shout out to VSlim. We love Gareth as well. Let's see. Yeah, Wick said, "Dang, Frankie, if I knew you were gonna read my shiz, I wouldn't have tripped you, man. Let's go. Shout out to Wick. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Zakir. He says, I have to say, Frankie and Tom are both legends in their own way. Gareth, Gareth, Tom Crown, these are all our friends, guys. And, so I would say Gareth and Tom are both the GOATs. Let's see. You guys are funny. All right. Oh, God, rug pulled on the giveaway, baby. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Next spin. Oh, baby. Grano says ETH USD broke a bull flag on the 4-hour Asia pump incoming. Let's go, baby. Let's see. We can do it. Give him a giveaway. Let's go. Let's see. Don Manning says, great stream as always, Frankie. Thanks for creating an amazing and respectful community. Shout out to Don. Wick says Tom Crown was talking up Frankie the other day in his stream too. I think it might be love. Let's go. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. It's funny too, because like obviously the CandleMafia, like you guys know who our friends are and stuff. It's basically all the other creators, right? Like there's no creators that we don't get along with. But love the positivity, man. Shout out to Charles Baker. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being here. But yeah, it is really funny because it's funny because like people who don't really watch the channel will just like see like a clip or a short on TikTok or YouTube short or something, and they'll be like, "You idiot! Like Tom Crown is the best," or like, "You idiot! CryptoFace is much better than you." And I'm like, guys, like these are all our friends, right? Like, sure, like yeah, Tom Crown's better than us. I think so too. Like we love Tom Crown, we love CryptoFace, obviously, we love Gareth, we love all the other creators. So it's just funny, like when non-CandleMafia people like try to like come in and like say hateful stuff, like Tom Crown's actually better than you, and I'm like, awesome, I love Tom Crown. I think so too. It's super funny. But yeah, let's see. I get that, but what's the point in spinning the wheel? Oh, well, we spin the wheel because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giveaways. That's for the mods. Let's go. The reason we spin the wheel, guys, is because it kind of gives sometimes we spin the wheel and it lands on giveaway a lot, and we have big giveaways, and then sometimes you don't get a lot of giveaways, and it's just kind of on and off, right? But yeah, that's why. But we used to really spin it. Because it used to be much more challenge driven, right? So either you guys got a giveaway, or like this was in the beginning of the channel, either you guys got a giveaway or I had to do something like painful, like eat a ghost reaper pepper, whatever. I'd have to eat like a California Reaper jelly bean or something, or do 100 push-ups or whatever it was. Not 100 push-ups, but jumping jacks, whatever it might be. So that's where the wheel really started. But now we've kind of moved a little bit away from the challenges because we had a lot of changes. Now we're trying to add them back. The wheel's a work in progress still. It's been a work in progress since we started the channel, but that's where the wheel came from. Now it's just we spin it to, give you guys or give us a chance to maybe skip on a couple giveaways so we don't go completely broke. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. There's a lot of things you guys could be doing on this Wednesday, and you guys chose to spend it with the CandleMafia. So I do appreciate you guys. You guys are not just a number to me. You are this YouTube channel. I'm just the crazy guy that screams on camera. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after Around the Blockchain. Shout out to our boy Deezy. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. You guys are killing me in the chat. You guys are killing me in the chat. Hang on. Let me try to clear this up. It might be easier for me to say in like audibly rather than in chat. You guys are funny. The giveaways. The wheel picks the number of giveaways. So this is how it started. Let me sit down, kids. Let me tell you a story. We started this channel. We used to spin the wheel, and we would get a couple of giveaways. We have 10 giveaways this week, and we'd give away a small bag of crypto to 10 people. But then it got a little wound up. We got wound up getting a lot more people in the streams. We got a lot more likes, which in turn made us spin the wheel a lot more. So then our 10 giveaways turned into like 20 giveaways a week. And then it became unmanageable as the channel grew. Then we would get like 40 giveaways a week. And like recently we had like 75 giveaways a week in 1 week, right? So what the mods do, right? Those 75 giveaways come from spinning the wheel. So what we do is we take the amount of crypto we used to give away for one giveaway, and instead of giving a small bag of crypto to 75 individual people, that would take a full like 6 hours to pick those winners. So to save time picking the winners, instead of giving, you know, say 5 Cardano to 75 people, we take all that crypto and we give 10 people a bigger bag of crypto. So we take the original 75. If there was 5 ADA for each giveaway, 75 giveaways, we add up all that ADA, and then we divide it by a smaller amount of people so we don't spend 6 hours on a Friday picking 75 different winners. We only have to pick 10 different winners, but the plus side is they get bigger bags of crypto. So hopefully that clears it up. It was like a big confusion. So there you go. That's the whole idea behind the wheel. But yeah, hopefully that clears that up. And Wick, you are a funny man, bro. You are a funny man. But with all that being said, guys, thanks. Your shows are awesome. You're genuine. You're helping people. Shout out to Jordan Clare. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. And with all that being said, that's all I got. That's all I got. This is, I don't know what to do. This is, I feel awkward now. That's all I got, guys. It's Frankie Candles here. All done with the show. That's all I got. Asta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Get your protein in. Let's go. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.